Hello, hello, welcome back or welcome to Soul Whispers with Michelle. This is a soul-led message, which means if it doesn't resonate, you're fighting the story, or it just doesn't make sense to you, go ahead and leave it behind for the souls that it's meant to find. May love hold you, may truth guide you, and may you be released from whatever is not yours. And so it is, my friends. All right, so today I'm just being pulled to bring some clarity into the current state of your relationship. Now, if you were drawn to this title or something about that, then it is indeed going to be the reference of the relationship that you were pulled in. Like, is this going to talk about that? Yes, it is. And specifically, we're going to go over what is the reality of, or the energetic situation this relationship is in. What led to this? What is this evolving into? What's that higher guiding principle that it's going to allow this relationship to evolve? And what is currently holding this relationship in this reality? Okay. So without any further ado, we have Cancer. That's interesting. Very interesting to have Cancer come up here. And it's interesting to have Cancer with the Chariot. So you're finding a container for your well-being and for your safety. Basically, what brings me kind of back to that. And so I think you're trying to find a container of safety or nurturing for this relationship. How can this feel safe? How can this feel nurturing? So it almost kind of feels like you may be going through a transition with this because you're trying to figure it out. And even with the Chariot, it's like you have to find out how you can create safety and nurturing around this relationship in order for it to move forward. So what's gotten you to this point? We have that Christ light, 5D heart activation. It's a little bit of a stumper in a sense. But I mean, it makes sense. The reason that you're in this current state trying to figure out how to find safety and nurturing in this relationship, or how to create, keep coming back to a safe place within it, okay? It's because there is a light in this relationship, and I think you know that somewhere. I think that's why this Christ light is coming out. And I think you're trying to navigate it to see where this relationship is really taking you. And let's see what it's evolving into. Sagittarius, dare to be free, Temperance. So the Temperance card coming out with that is a lot about balance, okay? And this is also a fire energy. So it's like there is this expansion, but with fire, the expansion is it's got to be burned. So there's going to be some hurt that obviously is going to come with this, or some almost like some things have to end a certain way in order for it to expand itself. When you think of the bow and arrow that Sagittarius is associated with, you think of pulling back on the arrow. Yes, you're pulling back and creating tension, but that is in turn going to propel you forward in a more speedy way, if you will. So I think that this relationship will get propelled forward. And I think that there's going to be balance, but right now you're transitioning into how to create that. Because that's what this wants to evolve into. Let's see the foundation for this. We have the 11th house, groups, the star, the fool. And we definitely have some air energy, right? So interesting. It's like your friends are supporting you through this. Almost like, it's interesting. It's almost like your friends are asking you the questions that need to get answered in order for you to become aware of what it is that you need in this particular relationship in order for it to go forward. It doesn't mean that it's going to go forward in the same way. Especially with Sagittarius, it's like something is really stretching. The capacity of something is really stretching. But I almost feel like what's going to help you through this is one, your friends are going to support you. But it also feels like this surrender to not necessarily, it's so weird, but like not necessarily working out the relationship working out, but rather finding safety in the relationship in order to move forward. And with the Star and the Fool connecting with that 11th house, it feels like that's where I was getting, the friends are helping guide you. And it's not that they're, telling you what to do. I think they're asking the questions to allow your awareness to come through so that you can navigate what it is that you want to do. With that Fool, it's like there is a potential for something else to be, but I think this is what you're figuring out. Like, well, what is that thing though? Okay, what's the guiding principle in this relationship? We have the 5th house, pleasure, strength, and the Sun. Create a life filled with joy. So I think you're determining in the relationship how you can create joy in this relationship. And I think that that's where you have to decide. I can't tell you whether you're supposed to be in it or not. Only you know this. But I can say that there should be pleasure. And what I mean by pleasure is if you look at the relationship and you're like, I would have more pleasure if this is how the relationship was, then you want to create or do more things that allow that to happen. So if you're like, I want to spend more time with this person, the thing would be like planning stuff to spend more time with them, right? Because that's going to create pleasure. If you need more space from when you're like, I actually really love being with them, but I feel like we're with each other too much. And I just need my own alone time. And that could just be your own energy. Like you love connecting, but at the same time, you love also being by yourself. So navigating that, again, see, we're coming back to how this relationship feels safe and nourishing. And so that's what's going to expand the relationship and expand it in a balanced way. But what you think might be pleasurable is kind of what I feel like this is not kind of, that's the guiding force or the higher principle associated with this. Yeah, that's what I have for you. If you felt like this supported you and you would like to support me back, my Venmo and PayPal are located in the description. If you'd like to support me in a free way, liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel, do just that. And if you would like to support me by commenting, I would love to have an emoji that best resonates with the energy that you are currently feeling. Until the next whisper, my friends.